Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to my quiet, lovely, beautiful, peaceful, affordable, comfortable, and sunny retirement community, affectionately known as
Del Boca Vista.
Thank you, Frank. This is the new and reset independent, nonprofit, non-aligned, informative, semi-entertaining, and non-monetized live Docs Report. Docs Report encompasses citizen journalism with commentary, opinion on topics that interest me. I am a student of truth and self-discovery that has improved my daily living and will continue to do so. The Docs Report can be found on YouTube, Twitter X, and Rumble. Email docsreport@fastmail.com. Thank you for viewing, liking, subscribing, following, and live commenting. And today, no subscription required. Don't make me regret it. Above all, keep spiritually centered. There you go. And we got 6 viewers. Start off with 0. I don't think I could go live with 0. I got to at least have somebody to talk to. And I'm streaming. I made a comment on the diner last night, and I want to, give it some context because it sounds like hate and viciousness. It wasn't meant for that. It wasn't there to offend or to shock. It was to get his attention. So where do we start? No, let's start with the weather. 92 degrees Fahrenheit, that would be 33 degrees Celsius. Humidity 49, what is that? 48%. Wind 8 kilometers per hour, that would be 5 miles per hour. Got up this morning, had a great morning. You got to get out of bed. If you can tell, that hedge is trimmed, not the far one. That's a different hedge. That's the beast. I don't want to do the beast. But the one closest to the house, I trimmed that up. And those lilies, those are rain lilies off to the bottom left. They only come out when it rains heavy. And they don't stay that long, but they are beautiful. I hope they're showing up okay. So So Morty's show last night, the diner, I don't stay up late. I just don't. I wake up early. I went to bed at 8 o'clock. There was still light. I was just really tired. The coffee, I did my workout. I was tired. I went to bed, and I got up a little after midnight, and I see the diner was open, so I thought, I'll head over there. I was shocked to see that Mortimer has decided to go to the recreational drug use, the THC. Well, he's only talking about it like, no, he went out and made purchases. You hang around with the wrong kind of people. Those people, the users, the THC users, and I guess he just thought, listen, if you're not feeling well, you like laying around, but you want to lay around and feel good about it, I can't help you. I mean, my philosophy, I tried to offer you a fitness lifestyle. You're not interested in that. So I said a few things. I don't regret what I said, but I'll bring it up on screen and show you. But first, what else? So I got up, and now once I get up at 12:30, now it's 1 o'clock, and I did send a super chat, by the way, and it's 1 o'clock. I got to get back to sleep. That's the hard part. How do you get back to sleep? So I have one specific prayer for that. So I just say that over and over and over. And all of a sudden, I'm out. It's like counting sheep, but it really relaxes me. I don't need the Ativan. I don't need the, what is it, Ambien? What's the other one? There's another one. I don't need that stuff. Besides, I got to get up. I have to get up before sunrise if I'm going to get out there and do this yard work. So I got up, let's see, it's light at 6:30, so I was out there at 6, starting to get light, but there's no mountains, so it starts getting like really fast. So I started in the front, cut that. So I do all the cutting first, and did the back hedges, not the main hedge. Again, I'm going to get nobody wants to do it. They're not getting back to me. And I think I know why, because they don't want to do it either, but it's the picking up. So if I can just talk to someone, what I'm going to bargain or negotiate with, listen, you just cut it. Just come out and cut it. I'll rake it up. because the cutting's easy. The cleanup takes just long. It takes longer than the cutting. So I'm willing to do that. So anyway, went all the way around the house, and I was in a pretty good mood. I had a much looser shirt on, a tank top, instead of that military T-shirt. It was thick. I think that was part of the problem. So, and then I saw the oleanders, and they were starting to get big. So I thought, I just will get them now. So I cut them down. So I really made a lot of progress. That hedge remains to be, it's my white whale out there. I don't want to get in the ring with it again. I'm done. I'm done with that. But I got to find somebody to cut it. So I got that done. So anyway, I got up at midnight, turned it on the diner, and then I got back to sleep, and I got up early. It was great. I got the work done, knocked it out. Then I chatted with my neighbor out front and socialized, because then I had to run the sprinklers. Well, I can't shower if the sprinklers are running, because I want water pressure to the lawn. So I got done early. It's just still kind of sunrise, 7:30. Ran the water. I talked to him for a long time, and he's going to go to Comcast. I guess right now they have dial-up. They've had it for years, and it's like he's got a 50 meg or something. It's just terrible. But they have to run a line to his house. And I said, run a line? They usually don't. And they said they would cover it, really. And so they're going to get internet and phone, and they paid for the 400 megabit, so which is okay. And I'm paying for the top tier, and I'm looking at this Wi-Fi signal. It's halfway. It won't go away. So I put my cursor on it, and it says, connection is fairly good if you're on Wi-Fi. Try plugging into your router or moving closer to it. Well, it's just off the kitchen here. It's in the guest room. So you know what? As soon as I get off air here, I'm going to go to monoprice.com, and I'm going to get a 25 feet of Ethernet, the top, whatever the new grade is. It can't be that much. Ethernet is not that much, I don't think. 25 feet. And I can run that in from there. But I think I've done that before, and I don't think it strengthen the signal, but I'll do it again. And I used to have all sorts of Ethernet, but then I gave it away because it's no good to me, and just I don't want to end up like an electronics store with all these cables. So there's people out there willing to take it, so I'll send it off to them. So they're going to get set. So I go out of my garage door, and I see somebody's been marking on my lawn where the power cable is, or something, like they're digging. It's like they're either going to dig here, or that's where the underground utility is. So I knock on my neighbor's door. I say, "What are you doing? You're going to cut up my yard?" He started laughing. So and I traced it. It's back to the electrical. So that the guy marked the underground electrical, even though Comcast says they're only going down 8 inches into the soil. So then they also got to go under his driveway. And I said, really? They're doing that for free just to run? Seriously? Because usually when they go into a neighborhood, they wire all of it. So I don't know. I think once you get copper to your house, you're good. So I'll keep my eye on it. So I talked to him, then I came in and showered. I didn't shave. I was too tired. But it's nice to knock it out, accomplish. I don't want to sit around, and go, oh, I get my, let's see, it's 2 o'clock. It's time for my THC and relax on the couch. No, I don't recommend that to anyone. And there was an interesting discussion in the comments at the diner. They always try to make it, well, it's better than alcohol. Well, that's not an argument to get started on THC or cannabis. That's not an argument. And one person said, well, it's a fact, it doesn't kill like alcohol. Oh, bullshit. You tell me there are not car accidents caused by THC or cannabis? Well, you don't know. I don't own a car. Okay, well, maybe you'll walk into traffic. But don't tell me it hasn't never hurt anyone. And alcohol is legal, and if you're disciplined, like I'm every 2 weeks, but I don't compare that to THC. There might be social users of cannabis, but I really doubt it. I think these are this is daily users, or every other day. They're all, it's how they manage their life is with the cannabis. They're not working out. They're not hitting the fitness center, But I like my coffee, and I'm not putting you down. If you're a senior and you think you need it, okay. If you want to lay around, but. And then what happens when it won't control the pain anymore? Then you got to take something else? When all you had to do is get off your ass and go to the fitness center and stretch. Get some exercise. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's go to the doc's report on X. Now, this is last week's. How many views? I got 35 views. That's not 110, whatever this thing is down here. So let's go up, up, up. And there's Morty's Diner. And this was the news they were discussing. Watch Nichols says demonetization for a month. And then I understand he's over at Archie Luxury doing the dungeon. So is he now a paid employee? I put that in the comments and somebody says, well, he kind of always was. Really? I didn't know that. Any comments on this end? Oh, we got a comment. Thank you. Bart Simpson. Well, Bart has a good point, valid point, and I think it is correct. Bart Simpson, frequent use of cannabis or alcohol are both expensive and both of them make you fat. The only approved use for the cannabis is for weight gain for AIDS patients. So you can get it. It's an appetite enhancer, I guess. And then alcohol is, we'll put weight on you, and it's an empty calorie. You're right. But I'm just advocating for myself. I do every other week. I don't believe there's any pothead out there using cannabis every 2 weeks. Anybody believe that? I don't believe that. You can almost spot them. They don't give a shit. And are they achievers? Let's forget super, high achievers, low achievers. Do they achieve anything in life? No. That's right. A tap on the shoulder. The Lone Docs Report. Don't get me started, but you already have. Where is the Lone Docs Report? I gotta do an hour and a half today anyway, so I just said, well, did I get rid of it? Better not. Here we go. A fiery Mac with the speed of light, a cloud of interstellar dust, and a hearty, I am not an animal, the Lone Docs Report. As I give, so shall I receive. As I take, so it shall be taken from me. It doesn't matter what I think. What do you think? If you want to change your world, your day-to-day experiences, you must man up. Change your thinking. Docs Report. Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility. My trusty Indian companion tickers, as we ride the plains of the YouTube, searching for truth and honesty, and we lead by example. The Lone Ranger. Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility. Right tall in the saddle, self-respect, character matters. Hi-O Silver, away! Oh, that's how I feel like today. I feel great. I got up. I got out of bed. Pushed the water. This time I put on a swimsuit and a tank top. Then I went outside. Cleaned it all up. Feel great. Accomplish. Not just, well, there's nothing to do in life, but I just want to feel good. Well, So back to X, Doc's report on X. Let's see. Okay, so this is Morty's Diner, and they discuss Watch Nicholas's 1 month demonetization. Now, I like this guy. This is Rebel News, and he goes over the Fordo bombing was spot on, and he talks for 6 minutes, 14 seconds, which I thought it was pretty good. So I threw that up there. And now this one is interesting. Now this is the 9, somebody alerted me to a clip, to a timestamp, so I looked it up. And this was, let's see, he was, are you going to take your dad's stuff? In other words, the inheritance. Are you going to take his stuff? But then that didn't piss him off, but it kind of got him in a bad mood. Who was it? It was HR. Yeah, it was HR. So then he asked very politely, hey, Arch, do you have any brothers and sisters? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. If the inheritance, he asked him 4 times, and then finally the 9-year-old blew up on him like, F you. And it's like, what? And then he kept saying, no loyalty. Now he's saying something, but how do you interpret that? He's asked, are you going to take your dad's stuff? I guess in the inheritance, and then he says there's no loyalty. I think the 9-year-old, I believe he's the oldest, but he doesn't like the fact there's siblings and no loyalty. His dad has to be loyal to him. You're watching his house, so he owes you something there, 9-year-old. I'm not sure. If you want to take a listen to it. 307 views on this one. You tell me what he was saying. All right, had a great discussion with Tommy. Got any more comments? Oh, we got a comment. Tap on the shoulder. Does Tickers know that he's your trusty Indian companion? I think so, yeah. I mentioned it, but I don't know if people who in the UK know who the Lone Ranger is or was. Yeah, he's cool with it. He hadn't... he's cool with it. Pardon me. What do I want to do? Oh, here we go. So I had Tommy on last show, or the Sunday show, which is only available on YouTube. And we had like a foreign policy discussion, and he's a young man, and he says it's not good that the bombing. So what I did, I pulled a 14-minute clip, no apologies, the ambassador, Israel's ambassador, Danny Danon, because I said to Tommy, you can't have a Ayatollah with a nuke. He's going to use it. Oh, you don't know that. Where did he ever say that? And I was just stunned that he didn't know that he had said that, so I listened to the Israeli ambassador, and he cited, well, Lexi, is he your source? No, but he's got the dates that it was said. I mean, if anybody's going to track what the Ayatollah says, it's going to be the Israelis, because they're who they're after. So Israel Ambassador to the United Nations, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, May 20th, 2024. The divine promise to eliminate the Zionist enemy will be fulfilled. Okay, there's one. 2, May 2025, the Zionist regime that is a little dangerous, cancerous tumor should suddenly be eradicated, and it will be. That's all I need. I don't have to find any more quotes. You cannot have an Ayatollah with a nuke. And thanks to President Trump's leadership, 12-day war, I guess currently, I haven't tuned in this morning, there's a ceasefire, and we all know it's not going to last, but at least there's no nukes involved. And so what else we got? And here's the 9-year-old. Pluto Sr. asks the 9-year-old to leave. The 9-year-old turns to couch surfing. Very interesting. I've never heard of that. So where you go online and you can go into somebody's house and sleep on their couch for so much money. But I think that may be a cover story because he's on like the 70th floor or in the Gold Coast area. What's going on with that? And speaking of the 9-year-old, Speaking of the 9-year-old, you know, he looks a little different. Have you noticed? Where's his photo? Now, this is this morning. Oh, what's different? This guy's wearing a rug. That's a toupee, isn't it? Where did he get all that hair from? Or is that just the lighting? What do you think? Something going on. And then is he paying for the room up at the top of the Gold Coast, or is someone in town from overseas? I don't know. I don't know. We got a comment. Morty's Diner. Unfortunately, well, it was good information. I mean, he had, Watch Nicholas is well-versed in cannabis and what's good to buy and what's not to buy. And System of a Clown, Morty's Diner has become Morty's drug den. Unbelievable, but true. Well, the diner is, yeah, I hate to see that. I hate to say that. Reporting on Archie, I just did. Well, I mean, when somebody sends me a timestamp, and I think his dad asked him to get out of the garage, but all his stuff is still over there. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I always told you he's going to leave. He's going to run. That's what he always does. And he's got the car over there and all his belongings, it looks like. So I think he's moved out. And he claims that he put 6 months on the payment on the car. So he may be looking to fly the coop, as it were, back to X. So check that out, and then that's we're live right there. So, enough. Now we can talk about Morty's Diner. Because I don't want to let this fester, if you get what I mean. To remove that, and, come on, where's the camera? I'm only running one camera today. It was supposed to rain today. It may rain, but it may not either. So I had to water the lawns. Hello, Chili Badger checking in. Hello, just seeing your transmission, Docs. Hey, Doxy. Hey, Chili. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Stop screen, and we'll bring in another screen. And I am going to order that Ethernet cable because this thing is showing Wi-Fi like fair. I don't want fair. I want excellent speed. So share screen. And we're going to visit Morty's channel. We're going to visit the diner together. So I want to not defend myself, but I want to clarify, because if you just look at the comment, it looks pretty bad. But it's you got to put it in context. So here we go. It's over there on the right. There's my super chat. Can you see that, or do I have to blow up the screen? Would that help if I blew up the screen? Probably not. It's over here on the right. Doc's report. Now he made purchases, hanging around with the wrong kind of people. I guess he wants to fit in. He's got to join the crowd, get on the cannabis. He's laying around on the couch. Now, these are his words. I just want to feel better, but laying around on the couch. Doc's report. Is this the beginning of Mortimer's drug journey, as in J. Peterman, White Lotus, Yam Yam, Shanghai Sally await? And then I think another thing before I forget, who was it? Wasn't a System of a Clown. He says that you should lock it up. Maybe you should lock up the THC like Doc locks up his single malt scotch. Well, I don't have locking. I'll show you how I do it. I got a view for that. There it is. There's a liquor cabinet. It's very simple design. It's just like a long-necked, long shackle key. You put it on there. Not so much I'm afraid that the cleaning woman would drink it or take a sip, but you don't know who the alcoholics are. You really don't. You can't. They don't walk around like you can notice it until it's like in the very end stages. But they go to work every day and then they get home. Then they get sober, and then they go back to work. So, do I think she's drinking? No. Do I think she's? I don't think she's a drug user either. I mean, but anyway, it's also for me because if I have brandy laying around the kitchen and I go, it's like some chocolate peanuts or something. Oh yeah, what would? Just one drink. No, this makes me go through a decision of a process of decision making. Okay, you want to drink, Lex? Go get the key, and then you got to unlock it. And I'm not willing to do that. I got 2 weeks, and I missed the last one, and I waited another 2 weeks. So, and this is not how I manage my life. I manage my life through workouts certainly, and coffee certainly, and then I like getting up and working around in the yard, that kind of thing, and accomplishing. But if I was in an apartment and without a view or something, maybe I would think differently. I don't know. But there it is, very simple. And plus I had workmen in here running around, and if they were just to open it, I've told her, she takes water out of the fridge. I said, help yourself. I got some bottled water in there. But, I don't tap on the shoulder. Maybe old Morty will benefit from occasional cannabis use, questioning. He's kind of a curmudgeon. Maybe it will loosen him up. I've never tried it, so I don't know. But is Timmy loose, or is he just? So I look at Timmy. Now sometimes I don't know if it's the alcohol or it's the THC, but it doesn't loosen him up. Sometimes he can't even hold his head. I think his head is just going to hit the table. So it just kind of dumbs him up. So I don't know. Morty may try it and not even like the experience. Not sure. You might need an Ethernet to an iPad. Well, I'm not on my iPad now. No, that's in the lanai. It's too hot in there. I'm using my iMac off the kitchen. You might need an Ethernet to iPad adapter. No, the iPad, I don't think I see the Wi-Fi thing as much as I do on this one. So I unplugged I have those home bots, what do they call them? Home pods. I got an Apple. I got a Google. I got 2 Googles. I got a Amazon. So I unplugged all of those and I turned off my other iMac. And I still get this, if I hover over the Wi-Fi connection here on, maybe it's just StreamYard. Connection is fairly good. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging it in your router and moving closer to it. It's just around the corner. Don't you live alone? Yeah, but again, that's for me too. I don't want easy access to the booze. Okay, I got to be careful. I got Scandinavian blood. There's a family history of alcoholism with me. So it's just another, if you want to drink, there it is, Lex, you got to unlock it. It's just not, again, if you have a bottle of brandy that's open in the kitchen, on the counter, I don't want to see it. I lock it away. In 2 weeks, I can have a drink, one drink. I do live alone. Chili Badger, I do like a drink, but not really at home. I can't go to cafes versus pubs. Well, there you go. I do like to drink, but not at home. Not really at home, all right? I can't go. So you're not drinking then. You can't go to cafes or pubs. Tap on the shoulder, say, never, ever drink alone. I do everything else alone. Why not? I work out alone. I trim the yard alone. I relax with it. I go to bed sober, though. I do drink some water after I, get it out of me. So I just have a, little taste of it. Chili Badger says, pubs are my salvation. See, but you just said you can't go to cafes versus pubs. Oh, you don't want to eat. I can't go to cafes versus pubs. In other words, you go to pubs. All right. Tap on the shoulder. Understood on the alcohol situation. Floodland. Do you have any dental implants? Dental implants, crowns. I got a gold crown in the back on one side. And the guy that cleans my teeth, he's got that real bright light, you know. Oh, that gold really shines. I'd love to have gold on all of them, really. And I finally learned how to remove the plaque at home. So, but dental implants, just crowns. I got some crowns. Yeah, if that's not really an implant. Would they have to put the pin in? No, I don't have any of those. Seriously? System of a Clown. You know I can give you that. You know that. Careful what you wish for. I demand a complete audit of Fort Doc's liquor cabinet. All right. You asked for it. I got nothing to hide. What did I do with that? Would that be under whiskey? Current inventory. Okay, currently I have Annock 18-year, 46%. I got one bottle. Aaron Malt 10-year, 46%. I got two bottles. Aaron Malt 18-year-old, 46%. I got one bottle. And this one people don't like, but I like it. I've alphabetized this, by the way. Aaron Malt La Crenza Reserve, 43% one. I like it. Has a finish, a very unique finish. I quite like it. Some people don't like the finish. I think it's very unique to it, and I like it. I only got one bottle left. I don't want to open it. And my current open bottle is Bunnahabhain, 12-year, 46.3%, which is open currently. One bottle. Let's don't fall behind. Chili Badger, yes. Sorry, cafes are not my bag, just the pubs. Good for you. I might need one. A cap? Oh, you may need an implant. Well, it's your mouth. You got to have it. Chili Badger alerts Floodland. I'm still banned from you, laughingly. Okay, who wanted my... There you go. System of a Clown. A complete audit. All right. I've done this recently. Okay, Bunnahabhain, that's open. Colea, 12-year, one bottle. Deanston, 12-year, 46.3%, two bottles. Deanston Virgin Oak, that's going to be pretty rough. 46.3, one bottle. Glenmorangie, Lasanta, two cask. Lasanta, two cask. 12-year, one bottle. Glen Scotia, 15-year, 46%, one bottle. Glen Scotia double cask, I got two of those. Glendronach, I drank that one. Glengoyne, 12-year, one bottle. Glen Grant, 12-year. Now this is my collection. Now this is my, I'm 71. I got to get these drank. It's going to take me 15 years to drink all this stuff. Glen Grant, 12-year, 43%, one bottle. Glen Levitt, 12-year, 48%. Illicit Still. It's the Illicit Still variety, integrity labeling. One bottle. Highland Park, now that's open. That's the little peaty for me. But you know what? You just got to be in the mood for it. But as a rule, I don't like peat. But I do just like the Highland single malt, like the lighter stuff, the fruit kind of, but not so much the peat. Highland Park 12-year, that's open. I have one bottle. And Johnny Walker Black Label, that's open. I got to get rid of that. I'll never buy another one. I got to drink this stuff. And I mean, it's okay. And I'm not, now when I say, I don't mix any of these. These are all straight. I add just a touch of water, but I drink them like cognac when I drink. You're less likely to get drunk, excessively, drunk, because you're not mixing it. Now, the one I do like, Johnny Walker, is the Green Label. It's a 15-year. I got two of those. Now, that one I can tell from any other whiskey. Now it's a blend, but there's no grain alcohol. It's a blend of single malt scotches, and when it hits my mouth, it's harmonic. That's the only way I can describe it, is harmonic. But I'm not going to buy another black. No way. Jura 10-year. Not sure what that'll be like. I got one of those. Lacheg 18-year. I think that's the most expensive one I got. Lacheg 18-year. Batch 2 sherry wood finish limited. 46.3% alcohol. Macallan 12-year. One of those. Macallan 15-year. One of those. Maker's Mark bourbon. Okay, I got one bourbon in there. 375 mil. Did I finish that? Not sure about that. I got some peach brandy, one bottle. Redbreast, 12-year, 40%. One bottle. Springbank, 10-year. I got 4 of those. It's a Campbelltown legend. 4 of those 10-year. And I got a Springbank aged 15 years. I got 2 of those. Tomatin, 18-year, 46%, and a yellow, one of those, yellow spot, 12-year, single pot still Irish whiskey. So, one of those. Oh, for a total of currently 36 bottles in the locked liquor cabinet before you. Let's get rid of that. Bum, 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 bum. That's a lot of booze for somebody. That's a hell of a lot of booze for somebody that doesn't drink that every 2 weeks. But that's going to last. Well, you got to buy it when you can find it. You know, part of the fun is, you know, collecting it when you can find it in the stores. Floodland. What was the last thing you cooked in the air fryer? I usually do a steak. When I see some steak on sale, you know, I buy a New York sirloin or something, New York steak. When it was the holidays, I use my slow cooker, and then I get the biggest turkey legs I can find, and I got some hedge shears, small ones that I only use on the turkey. I cut off the bottom of the feet so they'll fit in the thing. So I use that mostly during the holidays because you can put it on low for like 6 hours, and or high, was it? Yeah, low for 6 hours, and you don't have to watch it. Other than that, in general, I don't like to cook. Okay, let me get back to Morty. Well, let's hold on. Let me get rid of that then. If we're going to go through the chats, we'll do that now. Okay, there was your audit, System of a Clown. System of a Clown gives me a trophy. The F1 movie tomorrow. Oh, real cool. Top of the shoulder. Just purchased my tickets to see the F1 movie tomorrow on IMAX. No, I'm not. I don't enjoy crowds. I don't really. I can't remember the last time I seen a live band. If I like music, you know, I can't remember the last time I went to a movie. Alex, have you seen many live bands? No. What's your experience? 0. I saw Emerson, Lake and Palmer as a youth, and I remember walking by the speakers, which were, you know, 10 feet by 10 feet. So no wonder my ears are ringing. Chili Badger says, number 1. My favorite is David Byron. 2, Viagra Boys. 3, Morrissey, and Radiohead. Okay. A lot of booze in that cabinet there. Well, again, it's a collection. I'm not buying anymore. I got to get this drink. I gotta get it knocked out. But it's kind of hard when you get one little glass every 2 weeks. Well, let's say I was still a bus driver. I'll tell you what I would drink. Bart Simpson, if I had to do it over. Bart Simpson, brandy's okay. I don't like grain-based alcohol products. The cheapest way to go, if you're trying to save money and you just want a nice sip of alcohol, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, you get vodka distilled as many times as you can. So in Kentucky, they make a vodka that's distilled 15 times. It's actually no flavor, no nothing, and just pour a little shot full and just, drink it like cognac. There's your alcohol content. It's just smooth. There's nothing smoother because there's nothing there. There's nothing to taste. Acquired taste says, yo, docs. Floodland, yeah, I love my slow cooker. I love my pre-made meals over that. I mean, I just heat it and eat it. That's great. So that's what I came in when I got done. I pushed the water in the morning, came in, maybe had a cookie, and then showered. And I pushed some more water, and then I had, did I eat? No, I think I had my coffee then. Then I made my coffee. And then once I finished my coffee, then I ate. Well, depends how you define druggie. Floodland 99, Morty the druggie, listen, once you start buying it, now they gave him a discount. Why do you think they gave him a discount? Because they wanted to set the hook, right? That's like when the casino gives you, $25 in free poker chips. Why do they do that? They want to set the hook. He's Morty he's going to try it. Now, whether he likes it or not, that's another story completely. My recommendation would just give it away. Don't even go there. Just give it away. Well, why do that, Doxy? Well, because if you give it away, then you realize if you buy it again, you're going to waste your money, and then you won't buy it again. I'll buy a big bag of candy, and then I end up like throwing half of it away. Why did I do that? If I can't give it away, because then I know when I see it in the store again, why are you going to buy that? You're going to throw it away, so I don't buy it. More booze in your house than O'Sheen. Well, I got some money. Bill West. Listen, I'm not ashamed of it. Those are some the good stuff's on the bottom shelf. But I'm going to go through it, but I got like 3 or 4 bottles open now. I'm just going to wait. Can I just go through it? Hopefully I live long enough to go through my collection. I don't know. I got into it when I got here to collect it, and then I lock it up. Acquired taste, Docs, nutritionally fueled by Wawa. Oh, you know it. Where are you, Wawa? Here we go. Give me a Wawa.
Wawa. You give me a Wawa. Wawa. Wawa.
That's right. I tried a new burrito. Instead of getting the scrambled egg, the crumbled sausage, I went with the dill. They make a dill breakfast burrito with the egg and everything. But there was like some kind of bacon in there or something. That was pretty good too. Absolutely good. I'm getting a UPS delivery today, and it's from my health provider. I didn't order the thing. It's a colon blood tester thing. I'm not doing it. I've already done that. They didn't check with me, and I didn't order it. So if I get a call on it, I'll just tell them, listen, I didn't order this thing. And who are you to get between me and my primary physician or the specialist, Floodlander to Chili Badger, you are unblocked. I just forgot. Sorry, dude. He must be I can't see Floodland. Well, who knows? He said he unbanned you. Joe King is here. Whoever Joe King is. Chili Badger, you're not going to listen anyway. Even if I gave you an answer, you're not going to listen. You just want to glide through it. That's what you're going to do. Chili Badger, Docs, what is the meaning of life? To me, it's respect people. Well, that's not the meaning of life. And have humor. Those are very important. Respect people and have a sense of humor. Very important. Shave den inventory, please, Doc. Shave den inventory. Well, I didn't shave. Today's my shave day, but since I came in from outside, it was like I got a shower. Because I also sprayed down with insect repellent. And it's surprised I didn't get bit at all. I held up pretty good. I just know there's only so much you can do. You know, I allow myself 2 hours to get everything, you know, the cutting and the cleanup and raking, all that stuff. But then I started talking to my neighbor, and that was kind of fun, you know, to check bases with him. But I'm still using that soap. It lasts a long time with that brush. But so tomorrow, after the workout tomorrow, I'll hit Wawa. I'll have coffee, a 16-ounce Colombian and a breakfast burrito. Then I'll come home, finish the coffee, and then I'll shave when I shower. No, Bart, no. Does Wawa have a roller hot? I don't know if you can even order a hot. You can order burgers. They make them fresh right on the spot. You can order a chicken sandwich. You can order a pizza. They make it all fresh. They have roller hot. That's what I thought it was. I must have driven by them. I see them since I've been down here. So I got here in late 2020, then all of 21, 22, 23, 24. I think I only found it last year towards the end of the year. I actually went in one. My neighbor never told me. He just told me they got Cuban coffee and scared me of that. Because that, you know, quote, worked for him, you know. So but I just thought it was a convenience store, like a service station convenience store, like you say, with roller hot dogs. No, this is great. They got kiosks where you punch it in. They got self-checkout. They got a rewards card, fresh coffee. It's great. Joe King, a turd in a box? How dare you? Original OC, how did you get over here? Wait, how did this channel end up in my feed? Hope all is well. Well, thank you, Original OC. Because we never know who is who, right? Wawa Coffee is the best of the gas stations. I don't even consider it. No, it's more than that. It's like a cafe, really, without tables. There's no tables in there. There's tables outside that are, welded to where they're at. But Chili Badger wants to know what the word on the street is from OC. Okay, let's get back to Morty, shall we? Okay, so there's my super chat. Is this the beginning of Mortimer's drug journey, as in Jay Peterman, White Lotus, Yam Yam, Shanghai Sally Await? Let's see. Morty's Diner, it's pretty interesting. I learned a lot over there. I actually watched that really from start to finish until he got towards the end. Then he was just kind of killing time. Okay, Doc's report. Cannabis, and specifically THC as a gateway drug, is a topic of ongoing discussion and debate. Now, I took that off of Google AI. We're all a little bit different. And so you don't know what your gateway is. I mean, you can live your life like everything's fine, everything's cool, and you'll never know. You get an addiction. You walk into a casino and you win, and all of a sudden, that's all you think about. I've worked with people like that, and you see them at a machine, and they won't even look up. These are mostly women. They get hooked onto the slot machines. So, and if THC, once that stops, doesn't give you nobody wants to be in pain. Right. So if you get pain after you start the THC, if that comes back, now what are you going to take? If you can do it, why not? Again, I offered Morty lifestyle, a fitness lifestyle, get those endorphins pumping, get some exercise, get out of the apartment. But he didn't want to do that. But I'm trying to find I'm sure a lot of people thought it was insensitive or mean and vicious and what did I do with it? I have to find it. Okay, well, here's another one I said. System of a Clown has a good point. Put that THC under lock and key. It's a good idea. Just for you, Morty. So you got to jump through a couple hoops before you get at it. Or pretty soon, well, I'll only use it on the weekends. Well, I'll only use it, the weekends and on a Wednesday. Or I'll just use it half and half. Oh, now this is Forbin. Yeah, see, everybody wants to compare it to alcohol. So look at Forbin Colossus. Yes, Rufus. Legal tobacco kills more than all illegal drugs combined. People like docs should look at lethal dose levels. Alcohol kills. Marijuana has no documented death from its use. You're a fool, Forbin Colossus. Are you telling me there's no car deaths, people under the influence of marijuana? Of course not. You never didn't think of that, did you? Driving and under the influence, but now Morty doesn't have a car. Okay, well, maybe he steps in front of traffic. And here was some slander. Boris, PhD. I do love that Mr. Doc's report story about his maid taking rips from his high-end bourbon and vodka. Okay, and then there's my insensitive thing after that. But I did answer to what did I answer to her? I said that was not true. For the record, my wonderful cleaning lady has never been inside my locked liquor cabinet. I continue. Thank you for your attention to this matter. See, that was the thing on Trump. So here we go. All right, now, this is what I said about Morty. And I don't want him to take it the wrong way, but he did. Morty is undisciplined and perhaps weak? ? Well, I think we can agree he doesn't make his bed in the morning. He lays in his bed. That sounds like clinical depression, so there's some kind of lack of discipline there, I believe. And when I say weak, I mean kind of maybe, why turn to THC? Why didn't you push yourself to get to the fitness center? Why don't you think of something else? Or get an apartment where they have a gym, access to a gym. So when I say weakness, I mean, I don't know. How can you interpret that? I just dig a deeper hole. But that is the sense. So people, and then he went on to say, well, this will be on my tombstone, undisciplined and weak. No, that's not what I was meaning. I'm just getting you to think about it. Just kind of shake up a little bit. Do you really? There's a lot of senior people, and they take up golf. They get out of the house. My neighbor is into making quilts. I don't know of anybody that I associate with taking THC. Those people usually are not over there working out. That's just the facts. Does that make sense? So no offense there, Morty. That's all I meant by that. But it was a good program. Go check it out. A lot of people kind of want him to try it, pushing for it. I just don't promote recreational drug use. And usually they're managing their life with this. They're not doing it every 2 weeks. Okay, they're not doing that. Is my point. Okay, enough of Morty. And see that little tree there off to the right? I've decided that's got to go. So when I get this guy out here to trim, if I find somebody to trim that hedge, I'm going to have him remove the tree. It hasn't done anything. I did see a bird land in it, and then I thought, well, I can't get rid of it. But I don't think the bird enjoyed it. It's really not tall enough, and it hasn't grown. It's looked like that for since I've been here, 5 years. Original OC, it's been a while. Do you cover watch YouTubers or politics on this channel? I cover everything. I just try to do an hour and a half. Whatever comes up to my mind. I covered UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UFOs when I was a kid. Who would have guessed? I was in junior high. I gave a book report on some kind of UFO book, and they all looked at me like I was crazy. And now we've got congressional hearings. Now we have evidence. We have military. It's not so much politics. I bring it up. I'll talk about anything here, really, to a point. Do you cover watch YouTubers? Yes. Politics a little bit? Yes. OC knows the pulse of the watch world. I appreciate OC. Not sure on AC3, but Curly I enjoy. Okay. Original OC thinks Chili. Mark T. I don't know it that well. I don't have, no, Mark T. Shaved den inventory in the bathroom like the liquor list, please. I don't know if I even have a file on it. I wish I would have saved the boxes, the razors came in, the safety razors, because then I could give it away. I would give away 2 of them. But I don't have the boxes for them. Do I have shave gear? I don't know if I have. Grooming, maybe we do. Okay, here's my Amazon grooming. I have a brush, feather blades, shaving soap from Amazon, feather blades, the razor blades, a brush, but your brush you recommend is much better. I got a Merkur, MERKUR 23 CDE razor. I got my Philips Norelco. I bought that on Amazon. What did I get? I got a good price on it, I think, because they stopped making it. I paid with tax, no shipping. I got a Philips Norelco 5675 shaver, $84.48. When did I buy that? Because I got some replacement heads I haven't put on yet. April 2023. I got a Rex razor I bought, and I got, let's see. I registered today. Why would I register that? Invoice. I bought that on Amazon for $159. That's plus tax. So the total, $159.43. I purchased that July 3rd, 2023. A Rex Supply Company, Rex Envoy, 100% stainless steel, 3-piece, double-edged safety razor. Handcrafted in the United States, and that's the only one I use now. That's number one. Timeless razors. I ordered a timeless razor. I think that's probably the aluminum one. Yeah, that's the aluminum double-edged safety razor. $75. And I ordered a Timor, TIMORDE safety razor. When did I get that thing? Probably 2022. Fenderhan is where I ordered it from. And what did I pay for that? $73.83. And there's my current inventory. And then I got, creams and all that stuff. Mark, thank you for your interest. Well, that could cause an accident too, Bill West. Driving under the speed limit because they're so stoned. It's illegal. Driving impaired is illegal. Well, then I think he's making a mistake. Mark T. Mortimer, because we don't know that. Mortimer is probably using THC to treat depression. Well, if you can believe him, if you can't get out of bed, if you can't shower for a week or 8 days, unless he's... Of course, now I've been accused that I don't understand his wit, his sarcasm, or his satire. So who knows? Who knows? But I thought it was a pretty good show. 1 hour. Been here 1 hour. What else have I got for you? And Boris did answer me on the board. She goes, Doc, sorry for spreading propaganda that never happened. Pretty good. It was a good show. But when I wake up that early, at, midnight, I can't. If I stay up till 3 or 4, then I don't get up till 7, and then it's 8 o'clock, and then it's too hot to go outside and work. So thank goodness I got back to sleep. Checking my messages here. Well, they delivered my package, the UPS. Oh, I purchased a knife. I called them up. I said, I still don't have it. So I got to give them a shout out. Because she says, okay. She immediately put in a refund for me, which just came today in the Apple wallet. So I used my Apple card online, and it is Blade HQ. So give them a shout out. If you're interested in folding knives, they have a discontinued area, and then they have a sell area. So if you kind of know what you want, you can look around for that. I know Wawa is known for. I've never had a. So I do have my refund, so I'm happy about that. Now I asked her, I go, what happens if they deliver it? I get it anyway. She said, well, we can always recharge you. Acquired taste. I know Wawa is known for stuffed pretzels. Never tried one. If I were to go over there during the afternoon or something, I would like to try their chicken sandwich or their hamburger, just to try that. But when I hit there, it's the morning, and I got to have my coffee because that's kind of my reward program. So when I hit the fitness center and I get it all done and I'm leaving there, I earned my coffee. So I go grab my coffee and I eat the breakfast burrito. So that's just the kind of the where I'm at now for that. No, I have not. Docs, have you tried sandwiches at Wawa? Not yet. Not yet. Well, wait a second. I did one. They make a breakfast sandwich. But no, they make hoagies and all that other stuff. But they have some hot food too, but I haven't. I should do that when I get my rewards, when I build up my rewards. All right. I'm going to hang out here. For 25 minutes, I'm hanging out here. Well, I think I UAP top 10. Let's see, the tap on the shoulder. Any new UAP news, or have you learned anything new on the UAP front? There's always videos you come across when I look for them, and but it's out there. If people want to learn about it, they can. But I think I've done a public service. I mean, for heaven's sakes, they had a congressional hearing on it, which I just thought it was some kind of cover for the Democrats. I didn't think it was really anything until I started watching it. And it's a big deal. There's something here that's possibly been here all along. Who knows? I don't know if it's a extra dimensional or, well, they do have biologics. So again, I think they didn't make the vehicles. They were made themselves. The biologicals were put together themselves. They're part of the avionics, but not yet. I'm not going to be shocked if they decide to release a video where they actually, have one. I don't know how they communicate with it, but not going to be shocked by it. It's out there if you want to find it. You just got to look for certain terms. I can give you some terms to look for. Oh, let's see. What list do I go to? Photos, audio. Research material. Here we go. Alphabet soup. Terms. Okay, you just look for ARV, alien reproduction vehicles. You can search that online or search that on X or YouTube. Let's see, EBE, extraterrestrial biological entities. Human intelligence. What else? Low Earth orbit. Non-human intelligence, NHI. And just put in non-human intelligence congressional hearing and go listen for yourself. Very interesting. TUO, technologies of unknown origin. They don't know how to make it, and they don't know where it was made or how to duplicate it. GD, welcome to the club here. Hey, Lex, GD. Is that the... No, come on. OC, yes. I guess, well, you never know. I mean, I don't know if I can actually say that. You never know. GD, is that OC I see in the chat a bit earlier? I could have been. Could have been. All right, we've got 20 so minutes left. GD, what do you mean? Welcome to the club. I'm a proud member of the cult of Boca Vista. No, there's no cult over here. We just do public service announcements. This is the Galaxy Grill. Somebody kind of ripped off my alien coverage. We know who that is. But this is just the... Galaxy Grill, I guess would be a good way to put it. There's parking out front, and there's another shot. Oh, get rid of that. GD, exercise, push the water, defecate, keep spiritually centered. Just worship the God of your understanding. Because you know what? That's all you got. It's enough, too. That's all you got. You should have joined the panel on Modi's last night. I got up at... I wasn't staying up. I didn't stay up that late. I went to bed before dusk. It was... I went to bed at 8 o'clock. I got up after midnight, and I saw I was doing a show. And then I thought, well, before I comment, I better look. And I didn't know he actually made purchases. So he's about ready to go down that road of recreational cannabis use. I don't think it's good. I think it's the lazy way out. It's the weakness. Go to the fitness center. Get out and walk around. You don't have to... Again, in his own words, you know, he's laying around, and he says, well, I just feel good of laying around. Okay, so get on the cannabis. I see Timmy. That's something Timmy would do. If I wake up, I hopped on the panel before. I would hop on it again if I was up and I wasn't working. Let's say I get up early on a Wednesday morning and I don't have to do the yard work, and he's still on, 3:30 my time, 4 a.m. I would go on again, if he lets me. All right, what do we got? We got 20 minutes to go. That's correct. Timmy Tin Cup, trust-funded Marxist panhandling, airport lounge, scrounger, Timmy Tin Cup, trust funded Marxist, panhandler, wait a second, Timmy Tin Cup, trust funded Marxist. Some reason I think you got it a little off. I think it's Timmy Tin Cup, trust funded Marxist, panhandling, airport lounge, scrounger, close enough though. Now this guy's trying to lose weight. He went down from 220 to 205, but he's not changing his lifestyle, not from what I'm seeing. It's still the alcohol. When he hit the testing, the alcohol, the whiskey testing, rare whiskey testing, he spent a lot of time there. If you want to lose weight and keep it off, you've got to do some exercise. There's just no way around it. Let's see, we got some scripture. Tap on the shoulder, to each his own. Judge not, least that ye not. Judge not that ye be not. Oh, let's look it up. See, I'm a sucker for scripture. I got to look that up. All right, it is Matthew 7:1. In the Bible, the King James Version. I'm a King James Version man. Judge not that ye be not judged. I guess you had it. Well, let's see. We can do better than that. Let me look that up further. Let's see. Bible. Browse the Bible. What do we got? Matthew 7:1. Judge not that ye be not judged, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again. Why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considereth not the beam that is in thy own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. There's your scripture for today. Well, at least he's 205, but he should be less than that. But at least he's talking the talk. Mark T. Timmy doesn't look any thinner. That is the acid test. Where is the big friend? I don't know. He behaves himself over here. GD, where's the big friend of the Doc's Report? Happy Meal. Maybe he's listening. Don't know. Of course we do. Mark T, we all judge all the time. Judges are not always negative. It's positive too. Well, and we have freedom of association and freedom from association. If I walk into a room and there are all potheads in there, I'm not going to hang around. Why would I do that? I have no interest in that. Am I judging them? Well, I'm making choices for myself. If you're telling me I can't make choices for myself, you're wrong. I have to accept somebody else's recreational drug use. Well, I'm not the law. I don't arrest them, but I don't have to be around it. Acquired taste. Timmy is way out of shape for his mid-30s. You hear that, Timmy? Mark T, you can judge or evaluate accomplishments too. Yes. Well, listen, I think Morty's doing a cry for help. He doesn't. What else is he going to do? He goes, what's the point? So he's given up. So that's what I mean, weakness. You're only here for a short time. Get off your ass. Do something. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel and start ingesting the cannabis. Acquired taste. Happy Meal. Laying low during the Curl OC Watch Nicholas Wars. Well, Watch Nicholas is really at war at TW. I guess OC2. I don't know. I don't really follow it that close. But I believe it, though. I'm not doing it for. The Bible is not literal. That's where people get confused. It's what you think is symbolic is literal. What you think is literal is symbolic. You gotta be able to navigate it. Of course, what they do is what they do, or they make new editions of the Bible, because they don't understand the original. But I stick with the King James Version, the translated from Greek, and it's there. Truth is there. And as far as Book of Revelation, I just stay out of it. There's no way you understand that, or anybody does. Besides, you got the gospel. Why go into the Book of Revelation? There's no point to it. Scripture reading only on the Doc's Report, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, it's a tragedy. Mark T. 54. Timmy blames the loss of vision in one eye on Chernobyl. He was born in 1989. Chernobyl was in 1986, 3 years earlier. Lying. Well, who knows? Well, that's the hand you're dealt with. So does that mean he can't hold a job because he doesn't have vision in one eye? Well, I guess he couldn't be a pilot, but there's many other things you could do. But he gets to choose. It was fascinating. He was having Thanksgiving dinner, was it 2022 or 23, with his family there. He's got a half-brother, I think, who's finishing school and he wants to get a job, and Timmy was laughing. He just thought that was funny. And his brother even said, his family tried to get Timmy into therapy, and he was, hey, I don't have to go to therapy, I'm a star on YouTube, I'm a success, I'm on YouTube. How's that working out for you, Timmy? Not very well. More like a tap on the shoulder, more like a cry for money. Well, and then Morty's on there complaining again that he doesn't make, what did he say? I was looking for the clip. He'll get pissed off if I clip it. He doesn't make, people make more in a day than he makes in a month. Well, okay. But pointing that out is not going to get you more money. Marquis, keep an eye on Timmy. GD, his mom was irradiated. Mark, okay. Mark's kidding. He's kidding. But Mark still questions it. Well, who knows? Who knows? All right, come on. We got 9 minutes to go. Oh, I did find. What did I find? I found TW's channel. Wow. Let me take you to, let's see, let me take you to my channel. And there we are live. Okay. So let's get rid of that. And let's go to a new screen. Share screen, share screen. Docs report. On YouTube, that's the one I want. Okay, so there's my home page, right? Upper left is the live stream. Down below here, I have now channels of distinction or of dubious note. View all. There you go. Now here's some of the AI channels I kind of like. And of course, you got Archie Luxury Live. There it is, Dubsy's New Teeth. Now, Tommy mentioned that, but I had no idea that was the name of the channel. Now, he's really going, who does he go after? He goes after, oh, watch Nicholas, pretty bad, and Archie. And there's the dungeon, and Lee's Real Talk. And that's where I first learned that there was a Chinese, the CCP leadership change around. She knew this months ago, that there was something up. And there's the diner, lower left. And for some reason, I can only get 9 in here, and then they start repeating on the my Apple TV. I don't know how I'd put more in here, but they, for some reason, maybe, I don't know, I can't do it. And there's a watch Nicholas stream, and then there's the Franchise Club. But there's Dubsy's New Teeth. Oh. Well, GD, unfortunately, the high rollers in the fishbowl don't recognize Morty's comedic genius, so he'll only make 35 cents or 350 pesos per show. He keeps doing it, so he's not doing it for the money. There's no way he's doing it for the money. Something else. I know. He's really got some bizarre content up there. Mark T, nobody wants to look at an old man's mouth. Nobody wants to look at an old man. I'm finding that out.
We gotta go for. We gotta go for.
Will not tolerate infestation.
Don't say that. You don't want me to go back to doing that, do you? I mean, it's down all the way around. GD, the Playboard coverage was the pinnacle of the Docs Report show. Please. I can't do it. GD, Playboard coverage, come back. Well, I do put postings on X when I find it. When somebody sends me a timestamp. But you already know the it's terrible. I can only do 3 a day, so who am I going to look up? So it'll be, and the dungeon shut down, so it'd be Archie, who else? Watch Nicholas been demonetized. Morty doesn't make anything, so who else is there? It's just who, and I don't really cover, who was the other one I would cover? It would be, what's the name of that show? JJ Watch Hangout, and Timmy. You really want to see those numbers? No, I don't want to do that. Playboard. GD, according to tap on the shoulder, GD likes his red meat. Timmy, he's not doing well either. He's going to be in terrible shape. I mean, there's no, that's not a career. His mother's not going to be around forever, and then who's going to subsidize his rent? No one. The thermostat outside, the thermometer outside, I can see it from here because they've got a radio hook. 100 degrees. It's 100 degrees out there in the bird cage. Terrible. That's true. Tap on the shoulder. The era of the super chat is over. There's only one thing that could survive the super chat or bring it back to life, and that would be Google, to where they would give the channel the power to mark a box. Like I can go like subscribers only for 2 weeks, right? But if they made a check box that says super chats only, you couldn't even type a comment in unless you super chat it. I think that's the only way you could bring it back. And then to get people involved, they'd at least have to spend $1.99. So maybe that could add up, but other than that, I don't see it coming back. Mark T, tough love on Timmy. Timmy's a pimp. He lives off the work of women. Well, I don't think the wife is even working. And here is Breitling watching time. The down revenue in Super Chats has been an implosion of self-destruction, and it likely will not improve. People leave and do not come back, and this includes the generous viewers. Oh, I don't think he ambushed me. System of a Clown. Docs brilliantly repelled Tommy's ambush. Mark T, I would rather donate to charity. I understand. 1 hour, 30 minutes. GD, the peso cannon is all that's left. The Argentine peso cannon. This is the peso era. I think what is S&P 500 doing? Let's go look. The market, it's barely hanging on to positive territory, 0.02. I'm an investor. I'm not a trader. I don't trade. I don't gamble. I invest. Buy and hold. Oh, I don't know if you can believe that. Let me get to it here. Acquired taste. Super chats are a total waste of money. Well, they want to be part of the show. But if the show's not any good, I don't think people want to be part of it anymore. And you can also now, you don't have to pay to super chat. I mean, you don't have to pay. You can be a member or just say anything and then they'll read it. So, Mark T, thanks. Docs, be well. Thank you for stopping by. Did you hear the news of Marcelo? I never know if it's a bit, you know. Between him and Archie, there's always a bit going on. They don't get together unless it's a money thing. And Marcella will take a pie in the face to earn some money. So I don't even bother. Did you hear the news, Marcelo? Still, I've heard. I don't believe anything. I don't really follow Marcelo. God bless him. I hope he does well. Super chat, like Doc said, your money wasted. GD, like Doc always says, your money wasted. Marcelo time bankruptcy. I don't know. Don't know. He's got Rolex after Rolex. You know, he may have to sell a few. That's right. There he is. Sell the Le Mans. Well, I lead by example. GD, if one doesn't super chat, works hard, and invests wisely, one can become an everyday multimillionaire like Doc's report. Well, I was unusual. I never got married, so I never got divorced, didn't have kids. I was a good saver, even driving a bus. I remember when I saved my first $15,000. So, and then I paid for my own schooling. You know, there was no student loans, and it was less pricey back then. But you can, and again, invest. If you're working, I did it with my 401k. So Morty said everyday billionaire. Nah, there's not many billionaires based on their 401k. Okay, an everyday millionaire implies that you're working and it's really through your 401k. You know, you're not a business owner, you're not an entrepreneur, but but a billionaire, there's really no such thing as an everyday billionaire. I guess it's possible, but I don't think that's what it means. Is there a working definition of everyday millionaire? Well, that's based on a book. Everyday Millionaire is a book by Chris Hogan, based on a study of 10,000 U.S. millionaires revealing how ordinary people achieve wealth. I'm an ordinary person. It emphasizes that building wealth doesn't require a high income or a specific background, but rather requires living below one's means, avoiding debt, investing wisely, and being disciplined. The book aims to debunk the myth of instant wealth and provides actionable steps for anyone looking to build wealth over time. See, that's the key, over time. A Brightling watching time, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting better results or different results. Most channels do not change. The road to the least effort. Yeah, and then I think Archie set the precedent. We'll do the panel. So now everybody has to do the panel. And I don't think the panels are working. It's kind of a controlled mayhem, Animal House type thing, which can kind of be fun, but in case of the 9-year-old, again, a circus has a ringmaster, but some of his shows, there's nobody in charge. And it's not even entertaining. It's hard to watch. I don't do panels. Will we see Doc's report hopping on Morty's channel again anytime soon? Yes. I could do that. I'd hop on his channel. As long as I don't have to hit, unless the middle of the night and I can't get back to sleep. But if I don't have to go to the fitness center that morning, yeah. So it'd be more like a Tuesday night if I wake up early, or so it'd be early Wednesday morning for me, or early Saturday or Sunday. But he's kind of toned down the stream. He doesn't stream as much now. Oh, well, thank you. When I go on there, it's gold, Jerry, gold. Wealth is built by time and compounding. If you can't save money, you can't build wealth. Stay out of debt. Managing your debt is not wealth. So you've got to be able to save money and over time and be disciplined. And I'll tell you what, it sneaks up on you. It's like fitness. All of a sudden, you're 71 and you can do all this. You can touch the floor and you can do push-ups, and because I stayed with it. I dropped the weight, got some muscle mass, and you just have to stay with it. It's not you can't, take a pill, that kind of thing. Oh, I don't think so, System of a Clown. I don't think so at all. Gold has outperformed the S&P 500 since year 2000. I don't think so. Dave Ramsey, the national. Oh, please. I'm older than Dave Ramsey. I was Dave Ramsey before I even heard of him. Oh, no. No. I'm not signing up for that. No. A tap on the shoulder. Maybe we can get a conversation with Morty and Docs while Docs is having a drink and Morty smokes. No. That would be too dangerous. Because he'd get me talking about something I really shouldn't be talking about. No. Not doing that. Now, you never drink and stream. Don't do that. Now, Timmy does both. Now, he does THC and drink. And look at what he's doing. Yes, and the co-op, like Vanguard or Fidelity. Oh, and Fidelity finally allowed third-party, what's the word? App. What the hell is the name of that? What's Authy? Hold on. Hang on. It's a two-step authenticator, but what do they call it? But there's a specific name for it. It's two-factor authenticator. It's an authenticator app. So Fidelity finally allowed that. We had to use their own brand. It was a VIP, but now I just hooked it up to my Authy, which is great. Dollar cost averaging, which you're just buying every month, every week. You're buying S&P 500 with compounding over time, yeah. And you don't trade it, you don't take it out, you don't look for the low, you don't get scared when it gets low because you're buying in, and you don't get scared when it gets high, unless you're, 70 years old. I took some money off the table. The majority of money managers can't beat a good low-cost index. That's true. Spend less than you make and invest wisely. Yes, live below your means. And you know what? That watch is, when you're a young man, you don't put $20,000 in a Rolex on your wrist. No. I'll have to research it. System of a Clown. Total growth in U.S. dollar terms. Gold grew approximately 9.9 times between. Okay, I don't know. Fact, Docs. Okay, well, yeah, I'll look into it, but I wouldn't put everything in gold. And what, are you going to keep it at home, or are you going to keep gold paper or gold, indexes that are just gold based? I mean, possibly. You're talking about getting a gold fund. You don't mean the actual acquisition. You're not talking keeping maple leaves around your house, are you? If you're talking about funds, I could look up some gold funds on Vanguard and Fidelity, see how they've done over the years. But long term, it's the way to go. Invest. Acquired taste. If you can't afford a watch, don't buy it. Right. Wait till you get older. Then you can buy any watch you want. Oh yeah, if you're a young man in your 30s or 40s and you're working career and you're socking away the money, yeah. If you have time, a down market is a bargain buying out. Yes, you're getting more shares. There are some ETFs that hold physical gold. Yeah, that's how you would hold. If you want to invest in gold, fine, but that would make no more than like 10-15% of your thing. Keep it in, I don't know, S&P 500. That's what I recommend to everyone. But, find what you're comfortable with. If you really understand Bitcoin, I would never touch it. And physical gold, I wouldn't touch. But a fund that has gold, no, that'd be okay. Yeah, there's a spread. Absolutely, there's a spread. Absolutely. Bart Simpson, you pay a commission to a dealer. Yes, to sell gold coins. Exactly. I'd rather trade it. I'd rather be online right now. When I have to cash out some money, I go online and do the move, and boom, it goes right into a money market in either Fidelity or Vanguard. But the pontiff, the governor, it's got to hurt. Well, he's hurting. You know what his future looks like? He can't be longer than 6 months. He's got he sells a couple watches and maybe he's got his BMW paid for like 6 months. That's it. The cliff. He keeps putting it off. He keeps kicking the can down the road, but he's got 6 months. And then what? And then his dad, I mean, he's just going to wait. Who knows? He's a facade. It's a facade of luxury. It's an illusion of luxury. And then he's on somebody's couch. HELOC. I'm not sure. System of a Clown, Aussie expat, retired on his Bitcoin. I don't know. At one time, I think he told me he's had a net worth of like $3 million, or was it? I said, well, you should write the book. I mean, I've always been an employee, so and I would never buy Bitcoin, but whatever works, whatever you understand, or whatever you think you can do. He doesn't seem very happy to me. Okay, if he's retired and he's made all this money, he doesn't seem very happy, does he? To you, when you see him on these shows? System of a Clown, AC3 couldn't manage the finances or the business of a lemonade stand. That's correct. And he's telling everybody what they should do. He gives the advice. He doesn't take the advice. He gives the advice. 21 people watching on YouTube, X, and Rumble. How many we got on YouTube? Well, I'll tell you. We got 12. That's not bad. But I base my, satisfaction when I get some views. Okay, I think we're going to shoot for 1 hour, 45 minutes.